Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and it occurs to me that I forgot to roll for the soundtrack choice last time. So let's do that first, so that I don't completely forget. Alright, and it's gonna be jazz soundtrack this time around, so never you fret. Alright, so what is today's run looking like? Today's run is looking like a chance to show off Razor Burst. This, of course, being the subject of today's Arcana Spotlight Series video. And I think the best way to show this one off, as this one I actually really like. Like, it appears about where you're thinking that it will. It's a lovely little defensive tool to trip up enemies that are chasing you. I just overall really like this one. My only real issue with it is, again, you only get to use it once. But as you can see, the work that it does is definitely good. So this is one of those where if you can get it... Pardon me. I just finished eating and still feeling a little goo in the back of my throat. Sorry if that's a little too evocative. But yeah, Razor Burst is one that I personally really like using. I'm happy to have it. Now let's design the right run to make good use of it. I'll probably end up changing robes because I'm going to be doing the Dark Katana thing, so probably best just to go with the robe that does that best. For our signature, there's a lot of good options to use for this. And I think we'll go ahead and do Shearing Chain. For the standard, I would like to grab something that's good at control. I think I use Spark Array and Frost Fan all the time. I think this time around I'm gonna use the Prickly Ballet, and then we will also use a good melee. Pardon me. A good melee basic. I think in this case, like, I'm not great with Ice Dagger. I just understand its potential. But I think there you go, the whip. So we have a very interesting Earth Cross Wind sort of scenario here. And I think it's looking rather good. And you will see how Razor Burst factors into all of this. Now, as per usual, we try to get the retro floor plan. And it would be nice if that were to come up sooner. Rather than later. Because at this point, we've got ourselves a build. Now we need to actually go out and use it. There we go. Alright, that wasn't horribly long. Alright, and because our build can actually effectively deal with Atlas and his garbage, I am actually going to start with Mr. Shu. Turns out it doesn't matter, because we're not fighting Atlas at all anyway. Okay, well, it'll work a little bit better when the enemies are a bit more aggressive. Just trust me when I say that it's gonna get work done. It already did something. But also, once this gets upgraded, then Oh, that was super smart of me. Yeah, once Razor Burst gets upgraded and it just lasts longer, that will also open up the potential of it a little bit. It's also good just for dashing through enemies and, you know, forcing them to deal with it. But as you can see, because of my playstyle and kind of where the enemies are situated, this ends up being a very strong Arcana. Like this, Razor Burst will end up doing plenty of work to keep enemies off my back. Which is why I like to classify Razor Burst as a sort of like control/aggressive Arcana. It's good for a lot of different things, including making you complain about the frequent use of pits in the game's design, because you just want to use it in combat, damn it! We're gonna grab that, and then we will see what Iris had. Alright. Alright, what do we have here? So we will definitely take the Bladed Vine upgrade. And even though Burn Cycle is really good, it's not going to be great against Freya, but it will be good against Shu. Yeah, what the hell. And seeing as we are running a build that can take that can take advantage of that Cobalt Firestone, we will do that as well. And if you can believe it or not, I can actually use this Arcana for its intended purpose. Now, I'll once again state that I'm pretty sure Vortex Trap is meant to be used more in PvP than in the regular game. But my God, that doesn't make its usage any less painful in the regular game. I would say that how I won that run was anyone's guess, but you and I both know it was just a hard carry from Twin Turbines that did the job. So many scenarios where it would be useful to have Razor Burst up and ready to go, but of course it only gets one use. Like, it's almost like the devs knew which ones were going to be the most useful ones and decided to limit those. But Vortex Trap? No, you get multiple of those. Alright, I'm not exactly married to the idea of the whimsical explodium, but, I mean, you know. Honestly, I'm not even sure if it's helping. Line Shock Agent is neat, but it's not necessarily what I want for this run. So even though you only get one use of it, and of course it gets wasted by a friggin' hit, hopefully you're understanding what it is about Razor Burst that I like, just by seeing how I'm using it. Whatever, give me that. Though admittedly, the relics that I'm being offered are iffy, to say the least. Wow, all sorts of garbage. Of course, this is a great time to start getting hiccups. Man. Yeah, thanks, universe, for deciding that this was the right time for the air to rapidly expand and shoot out of my lungs. That was not smart of me. Neither is that. And, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to use it throughout the rest of the run, but at least temporarily. So, what I'm hoping you've gleaned from how I've been using Razor Burst, which, you know, the idea was poorly, is that it's one of those Arcana that has a number of interesting uses. Typically what you're going to see out of it most is that it's going to be catching enemies in a more defensive fashion. But because of how it appears in the middle of your dash, it's also really good to use aggressively. But of course, that's... Okay, we're gonna grab that. We'll probably be back for that. Okay, you can stop now. suppose, if anything, the Strongman's Hammer is about the best option there. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else I would want, so we'll just have to deal with the cooldown. All right, before I oh wait, no, there is nothing I'm going to need to worry about there, and I will not grab Glacial Cross. Now, with the idea that this one only gets one charge, it's good that we've got a build that's doing a good job at keeping enemies under control. Ugh, of course. In case you're wondering why I'm not saying much at the moment, it's just a little on the sleepy side, not gonna lie. Did not sleep super well, and you know, as I'd mentioned before, going through kind of a stressful time right now, so my mind is kind of all over the place at the moment, so forgive me for seeming a little boring at the moment. I apologize for that. I'm not trying to be boring. Suppose if I may borrow a phrase from Fire Emblem Fates, I've been kind of lost in thoughts all alone. So, Iris, you know that this is the Razor Burst Arcana Spotlight episode, right? You should maybe help me upgrade Razor Burst. Just saying. It really make this Arcana Spotlight episode go a lot smoother. That's what you want to see out of your Razor Bursts. Though I will openly admit right now, it's not much of a Dash Arcana Spotlight episode because it's barely getting any opportunities to show off what it And that's a real shame because I really, really like Razor Burst, but I'm having a hard time really showing it off. Definitely want that. At this point, there's any number of things that I can just drop, and if I find better Arcana, better relics. I think we're going this way. Or not. Yeah, I was lying. God damn, everything's a dead end. Okay, you kind of got to see it do some work there. Yeah, it's probably about the most interesting use I've gotten out of it so far. As sad as that is. Alright, so that was a little bit better. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see it shining a little bit more in these boss fights where I'm actually able to place it in such a way that I can use it more aggressively. But hopefully you're seeing it having a good effect in a more defensive fashion during the actual like regular mob fights themselves. Okay, that was awful. Yeah, admittedly, I'm just kind of looking for excuses to... looking for excuses to use it at this point. But yeah, that would be Razor Burst's biggest drawback, is that you only get one charge of it. I mean, that being said, if you can overlook that, it's a very good Arcana. I might be back for the raw chocolate. Hello. You guys know how I feel about the anchor version. we go. Kind of caught that guy off guard. Really, Iris? Really? Yeah, I'm sorry. This is kind of a lame showcase of Razor Burst. Like, I'm really trying here, but... The game has made it very clear that it does not appreciate my Razor Burst shenanigans. Okay, there we go. That pretty much clears out the floor. Oh, wow. Not a big deal on that one. We'll just let that go. Alright, trying to think. Is there anything I would drop for chocolates? Not really. I'm kind of happy with what I have right now. That hitbox was taking absolutely no small amount of piss. Yeah, electric mages are just the pits. It's the idea that they've got a homing attack that's just so damn accurate. It makes them such a pain. Of course, there's just so many of them. Like, my goodness. You know, if we could have maybe fewer of those nitroglycerin barrels, that'd be nice. Oh, finally, like at the end of the run, she allows me to upgrade it. Geez, thanks. It doesn't last much longer, but it's enough to give it a nice little boost. Hold on, I'm going to buy a potion. have a lot of damage up right now. Like, it's pretty nuts. There you go. God, all the damage up plus the critical hits. Yeah, we are hitting some incredible. What is it? I think I was trying to combine crazy and incredible. So, I don't know, in crazy. Yeah, perfect. That's totally a real word that makes complete sense. Pardon me. Stop it, hiccups, you're embarrassing me. Yeah, that is indeed how you melt a boss. Hold on. You all know my rule. Ow. Alright, well, this is going to be a really short fight, so... Ow. Yeah, very short fight. Alright, so admittedly, this wasn't much of a showcase of Razor Burst, but hopefully you guys got the idea. It's highly effective at not only keeping enemies off of your back, but because it appears in the middle of your dash, it's also a very good one to use aggressively. Like, I just have very few bad things to say about Razor Burst, aside from that you only get one charge of it. That's the biggest thing holding it back. It's that, and the idea that the game's design has so many of those pits, so even though you want to use it aggressively and catch enemies in its nice spiraling, cutting winds, the game's design makes it so that you have to waste it dashing over pits half the time. It's a real shame. But again, I can also see this one doing well in PvP settings, so, you know, something to think about there for the PvP players. And yeah, that's about all I've got. So thank you guys very much for tuning into this, admittedly, kind of a powerhouse of a run. I wish I could have shown off Razor Burst a little bit more, and who knows, maybe I'll do another one with Razor Burst, just because this time around it just ended up kind of sitting there. It was more like a cheerleader than an actual, like, effective combatant this time around. Anyway, if you guys are enjoying what I'm doing, then consider dropping a like, leaving a comment, subscribing, sharing the video, and hitting the bell, because Google just can't stop screwing with YouTube. I appreciate you guys coming and spending some of your free time with me. I appreciate you all. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And I will catch you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you. Ta-ta, everyone.